All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Tennessee Titans. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's make these babies cry.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. He's got Smith here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Let's go.
Pick your game up. What's tight? Tight ends right. What's tight? Tight ends right. Everyone gets right. Slam. Out. Kill. Topper.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds Corey Davis. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line. Henry out of the pistol. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Tighten up. Right.
2nd and 9 now. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And that hits the crossbar and comes back no good. And by just a couple of inches, this remains a scoreless game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
They'll set up to throw. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Going deep here for Parker. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Give him 32 on the play. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open it up to even more big plays.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Second and 11. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And a loose football. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a give right side. It's Taylor. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep. It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
And some room to work. The 20. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Bradley Roby on the coverage defensively.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. These two teams all tied after one. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
18-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Complete. Smith has it. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this 1st half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Switch. Next box. Right.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And an alley to run. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down. What a boost for this offense that he can throw in a run like that after the success that he's had throwing the football.
I love that, being able to mix in something a little bit different just when you're starting to think that's all you're going to see. He changed it up, flipped the script on him, and boy, did it work to his offense's benefit.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Let's go, D. Check your hot read. 22, jet, cover. 22, jet, cover.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Rotate. Left. Forward trot.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run with Taylor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
2nd and 2. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. Back
to throw now on 1st down. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki, pushing him away. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers, or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry trying to run inside, but nothing there. The tackle by Robert Quinn. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this one complete to Smith. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. There, this is caught. It's Parker. A gain there of 21 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And now this pass brought in by Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 2nd and 5. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10.
Go, go, go.
Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's first and 10. Back to throw here. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Tyrell Williams. Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's box. Mike. Okay, check 24. Check 24. Mike 55. Mike 55.
They'll drop the throw. And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and they're within 7 now at 28-21.
Titans 21.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he finds Parker here, complete. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Looking to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Tackles.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Going for the deep ball. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
55, right there in the middle, 55.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Goes underneath for Henry. It's a gain of 7, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
He's coming, double up.
2nd and 3. This will be caught by Brown. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Jarrell Casey able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Dolphins' 47-yard line.
Let's go! Henry! And come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Well, hop on.
2nd and 11. They set up the screen for Henry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Let's go now. 15 on it. 15 on it. 55 to Mike. Night, sweetheart. Check.
They're going to look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Back now in Nashville. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Second and 13. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now back to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Seven yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Switch up, switch up.
Taylor. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. And this one is right down Broadway. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they miss that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
They'll set up to throw. Completes it to Davis. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. And let's kick it. Get it going.
He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another 1st down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 35-yard line. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Hey, Jim. Move to us quickly. Mike 55. Hey.
2nd and 6. This is caught. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are going to retake the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Right there, 54.
He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards, and it's 3rd down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
And the Dolphin 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves them out there with another chance.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
He'll look to throw. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Ready? 54, right? 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the ball.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He's back to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll get this out in a hurry to Parker. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll drop the throw, dancing to his left. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here, and the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. They'll run on first down. It's Henry. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Titans, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Miami, they suffered just their second loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.